Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's a situation, a celebration. With the official king pain, bringing news to the nation. Crown family is live. Like and subscribe. It's a little what it shows. Every day we bring it live. The official king pain, yes, we in the house. Bringing you the news, north to west to south. Celebrity gossip, yo, it's a situation. Crown family, yes, it's a celebration. Oh, king pain, bringing you exactly what you need. Social media is fired up, we got the speed, yeah.
Because I be trying to spare you, bitch, because I activate. At the end of the day, we're not the only bitch coming into the house on no shit.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I've had 4 different sheriffs since I've been on this department. That's unheard of to have 4 different people running this department each cycle. It's time for us to get somebody in there that can grow with the department, not just coming in, getting that pension and gone about their business. I still have 20 years to do this job, God willing. So I want to be able to actually have this position and make this department grow and grow the right way.
So your goal is also longevity.
Longevity. As long as the people, like I said, holding me accountable, they like what I'm doing, keep voting me in, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, it's a situation. Yeah. Ooh, a celebration. With the official king. Bringing news to the nation. What's going on? Like and subscribe. It's a situation.
Right. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody watching. It is the official King Pain talk show. Chasing Reality Star. You guys already know who I am. But today, we're chasing something bigger than reality TV. Today, we're chasing politics. And I have the pleasure of interviewing and chatting with Andre White, who is running for Los Angeles County Sheriff. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. Good. Blessed.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm currently a detective on the department right now. I've been on for 12 years. I was raised in Compton, California, to a single mother, so she did a wonderful job coming from that city for sure to have me where I'm at. And I'm looking to be the first black sheriff and the next sheriff of Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department.
Absolutely. There hasn't been a black sheriff in Los Angeles County since the department opened in 175 years. Is that correct?
Long time, yes. 175 years.
Yeah, that is crazy work.
Yeah.
Look, I'm so nervous. This is a big interview for me, okay?
Don't be.
Let me see. So you come from Compton and now you're a gang detective with LASD. What made you want to become a sheriff, and why did you join the department?
Yeah, so to be full transparency, right, because that's what I'm running on, I never wanted to be a sheriff. Never even wanted to join law enforcement.
No?
No.
How did you become an officer?
Man, listen, so long story short, I was an EMT for 5 years. I worked in an ambulance all across Los Angeles County, and I worked in the ER over in Torrance Memorial as well. Medicine was my passion. I just loved taking care of people.
Nice.
I happened to be at a hospital waiting to get a bed. It was a busy day, and we were waiting at the hospital for probably like 3 hours. And I was waiting along with a sheriff, a female sheriff at the time. I wish I knew who she was. I don't even know who she is to this day. We talked. We were talking about the job, and she encouraged me to go out. I told her, like, I'm trying to join the fire department. I'm trying to do, other things or whatever the case is. And she encouraged me to apply. And I went out to the ambulance, grabbed my iPad, and applied for the department. Came back in, and I was like, hey, I applied. She was like, you did? I'm like, yeah, let's see what happens. Man, 2 years after that, the county ended up going on a freeze. I didn't know about it. I received a call, like, I believe 2 years later, or maybe a year and some change later. Woke me up. I had just got off the graveyard shift at the hospital. Woke up to a phone call, and it was like, hey, this is the background investigator for the sheriff's department, and wanted to know if you was still interested. And I was sitting there like, huh? What are you talking about? I thought somebody was prank calling me. And I woke up and said, oh yeah. I realized, like, yeah, I did apply for that, right? And man, haven't looked back since. 12 years later.
I know that's right. So you didn't initially become a sheriff to be like any sort of advocate or, to be the first.
No, man. Where I grew up at, we don't look at the police like you don't look to become the police.
Right.
So that's not something that we are like, oh, I want to join the police department. I did have one childhood friend. He was about that, though. He wanted to join the police department. I was always wanting to be a firefighter, and God puts you in places, and he writes the book. You can't fight his writing, that's for sure. So
well, we just had the wildfire, so you got to have a little fun, I'm sure.
You know what? Man, I saw that. I was up there.
Mm-hmm.
I was up there in Altadena when I was going down. I was up there for like a few weeks, actually, many long hours and days. And man, that's probably, even firefighters will say it, they'll tell you too, that's like some of the craziest things I've ever seen in my entire career. And I've seen a lot of things and dealt with a lot of stuff, but that right there was that's one for the books.
Yeah, that was crazy. I almost had to evacuate. It was like right across the street. I was like, no.
yeah, it was very sad. And in the aftermath, just driving up there, I had a friend of the family. They lost their house up there. Just to see that devastation was like, man, this is bad for business right here.
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Y'all have to reorganize the streets and do a lot of stuff.
It's a lot.
Relocate a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, you're challenging Sheriff Luna and calling for a generational shift. What's wrong with the current leadership?
I think the biggest problem is that the current leadership is not relating to 2026 and the people that are in 2026. I think that's our biggest problem. There's a huge gap in between community and law enforcement.
Big disconnect.
No, like huge disconnect. And I think it is really time for a leader in that next generation, my generation, right? I think it's time to move forward. We understand a little bit more the way things have changed, the way things are going. You have to have that kind of understanding. And I think that's really the biggest issue, is that the young kids today are not looking at the sheriff and saying, oh, I can relate to that man. Or I want to actually join this department because I want to be like him. So, I respect, what people have done for us in the past. I think it's really time to move on. If you've done 30 years, I think it's time to hang it up,
They definitely need to diversify. A lot has changed in 30 years.
Yes, a lot has changed.
Okay.
So I think we need to move on to better times and making sure we're all on the same page.
Absolutely. And What does that mean to you and the black and brown kids who may want to wear the badge?
Man, it means everything. Because now when I wear this uniform and when I do this, when I've grown to embrace this and say, wow, I'm actually, a detective. And I came from where I came from, raised by a single parent. I have friends that have gotten killed. I have friends that are in the prison system. And
you must have worked with some pretty big cases.
Man, yeah. And to see myself now, like I have to do my job with making sure my nieces, my nephews, and all the other kids around here see something positive. Because when we grew up, we only saw your rapper or your athlete, right? That we looked up to. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I happened to work the polls when Obama was elected, so that was something like that's huge history for myself. I was 18 years old. I worked the poll and he was elected. We don't see that. We can't have like these huge gaps of 20, 30 years and then now there's somebody that looked like myself that's in this position to help our children see like they can do whatever they can do. It can't only be sport athletes and rappers.
Absolutely.
Like we need to have everybody.
Yeah, we need more of us in positions of power.
Everywhere, across all boards. It's not only the sheriff's department, it's everywhere. We need more leaders in our communities. We need more leaders in the faithful community. Less leaders that are attracting and bringing our young men and women into gangs. Like, we should be pushing them to these positions, whatever it is, so they can climb and climb that ladder and get to a place where they want to be. So it's really important for me doing this. I hope I'm inspiring somebody out there.
Absolutely. And how do you plan to do that? How do you plan to diversify and to be the department that you want the kids to see?
So we have to be able to reach out to them. I can tell you this, when I graduated my class 12 years ago, it was a class of 100. We started with 100, we graduated with 86, and I'm off the top of my head, I think it was 4 or 5 of us blacks. Right? Fast forward, we're still pushing out the same numbers.
Wow.
12 years later. The unit that I'm currently in is a very prestige unit. It's the gang unit, but it's a very prestige unit. It's probably about 200 detectives, and I think it's 5 of us.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So how do we change that? Well, we got to get back into the black and the brown communities that are undeserved and be there to reach out to them and show them that, hey, me being a prime example, I'm the leader of this department. Let's come and do this.
So it's
right?
because they're not applying.
I don't think.
Or are they applying, they're just not being accepted?
Both ways. Because I've had a few family members that have applied. I've known people that have applied and also are getting rejected for whatever reason. So that's something that I definitely will be addressing and fixing because I want to make sure that everyone is getting their fair shot.
Absolutely.
And we're just not a number and only letting a select few in. So that's definitely one of the issues, but we also have to work with going to.
Now they got quotas to meet.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is, and we're not going. That's under my watch. Quota is gone. If you can do this job, you want to do this job, and you qualified to do it, and you go through the same process that I went through, then you shouldn't have no problem. We shouldn't be getting disqualified for no reason.
I know that's right. What y'all think? I should become a sheriff? A police officer, department detective. That was the first step, wasn't it? I can do it.
You gotta work to get to that step, man. Yeah. You can't just come right into detective.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
So community policing. How do you actually get deputies working with neighborhoods instead of against neighborhoods?
We got to get deputies. So first and foremost, great question. We have to get the deputies that are from them neighborhoods. That's where recruits at. We have to be in our own neighborhoods and want to recruit these young men and women that are from there, so we can look like the community. That's our biggest problem. We don't have enough of us working in our communities or close by.
And they scared of us. So I mean, why y'all even want to?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I believe that we should be policing ourselves.
Yeah. When it comes to my department, the biggest problem we have that I see is that majority of the people wearing this uniform don't even live in this county. So that's another issue that I have to address. How can I not only recruit people in this county, but keep them living here? You know, I know it's an expensive county to live in.
Well, I heard that they do that strategically to keep like the officers safe because, you know.
No, that's a myth. It's one of the biggest myths that everybody thinks that you can't work where you live. Mm-hmm. That's false. I patrolled in Carson forever. My family stayed there. I went to school there. I graduated from there. And that's what they want you to like believe. One of my biggest, I don't regret much, but one of my main regrets is I had that same mindset of that, oh, I live in Compton. My mom's still here. My aunts, uncles. I can't work in this city because I have to go away. And I have to be far away from the city and you know, only come here to sleep and not let anybody know I was the police. I did that for like 4 years, man. 4 years. A lot of friends and family didn't know I was in this job.
Yeah, I hear you gotta like take off your social medias and stuff like that.
I never had it, thank God. Never had social medias, but no, you don't have to do none of that. You just, you know, obviously it's gonna be looked at with a microscope during your background process, but I didn't have social media growing up. I kind of stayed away from all that. So that was a plus for me, but it was, my friends and family, you know, only the close ones knew what I was doing, but a lot of people, I was like on some undercover stuff, right? All because my mindset and the way the thought process was, I can't let them know that I'm a police. I have to be, you know. And then so looking back, I'm like, man, that was like one of my, I wish I could have worked in the city that I grew up in.
Yeah.
And I think that could have did a lot better of showing other people like, man, you know, Dre is from the city, he's still here and he policing it.
He never left.
Never left.
Yeah.
So I hate that's the mindset that, you know, they kind of put us in. That's one of the things I want to change. We don't have to, it's not us against them. You can still be in your hood, in your community, whatever you want to call it, and still be what you want to be. Firefighter, deputy, sheriff, police, whatever. You know? You gotta move hundreds of miles away just because you're a cop. Well, that don't even make sense.
Yeah, y'all supposed to be keeping the peace.
Yeah.
Protecting the community.
Yeah. My neighborhood right now, where I live at, you know, my neighbors know, it's actually two of us on the same street, and they all know what we do. And they all come to us when they have a question or need help, right? And that's how it should be.
Yeah, I mean, that's much more convenient than calling 911.
Yeah.
Andre, is you at home?
Yeah. Look, now I don't want them coming to my door for that, but I do offer my advice to anything and be like, nah, don't do that. This is what you do. Or, hold on, let me make a call for you and get this done. That's how the resources should be handled instead of, you know, sheltered and hiding and you can't know what I do. And we don't live in those times no more, you know?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, accountability. You want to hold the leaders accountable also. What changes would you make to hiring and investigations and transparency?
So to hiring, I'm gonna make sure we got clear oversight on that, and making sure we have the right person in charge of hiring, making sure we're reaching out to everyone, not just who we want to reach out to. That's going to be the biggest key of changing the dynamics of this department and making sure it reflects the community that we serve. So I'm gonna do some things that's probably not going to be liked, but I don't care.
Yeah, you're not afraid of being prosecuted?
No.
Persecuted?
No, man, because the people put me in this position. That's the thing, and that's what we have to remember. Everyone out there that has the right to vote puts this person in this position. Just like our district attorney, just like the judges, just like the board of supervisors, we vote for them. We put them in these positions. So I'm not afraid of none of that. The people are going to hold me accountable. I expect them to. You vote me in, hold me accountable. And then I will hold the department members accountable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that'll be my job. And if I ain't on my job, vote me out. You know?
So the same Officer Luna?
Sheriff Luna.
Sheriff Luna has been holding the title or the sheriff position for 30 years?
No. He's been on the department, law enforcement, for probably at least 30 years.
Oh, 30 years.
He was just voted in 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
He came from Long Beach PD. He was a chief in Long Beach. So he's never worked a day in his life as a sheriff. He was just elected as a sheriff.
Oh.
Yeah. It's interesting, but we got to show up, man. We got to know what we voting for sure. So he's never worked in our department. He ain't never worked in our jails. He ain't never worked in our courts. He hasn't never worked in none of our cities that we patrol. He ain't never worked in any of the county hospitals that we patrol, county schools, county parks, county buildings. Never.
And this is why you're the
But he's running this department. Yes. So I've worked in all those places, whether I've been assigned there or working extra overtime at these units. I've been in all of them. Every single unit that you can think of. So I think that plays a huge part, right? If you calling yourself the CEO or something, you should know how it operates.
Absolutely.
Thoroughly. And you should know, you should have worked in those positions, or at least have some clear understanding, like, oh, I've been there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like in my field, I like to know how to do everything because, I don't want to be, used or taken advantage of. So
100%.
it's, in your best interest to know how everything operates and how everything is ran.
100%. Yeah.
And you feel like you're well informed?
100%. I wouldn't do this if I wasn't confident in what I know, and I know that I can do it. I'm not that type of person. I'm just like you. I need to know, dot the I's, cross the T's when it comes to my job. I take pride in it. I take pride in my name, number one. And my work ethic is through the roof. Sometimes I need to learn how to turn it off, but that's just the pride in me. So you're going to always get 100% from me, regardless of what it is. And yes, I do believe I'm well qualified to run that position because I've seen it. I've studied this department for the last 12 years. I've had 4 different sheriffs since I've been on this department. That's unheard of, to have 4 different people running this department each cycle. It's time for us to get somebody in there that can grow with the department, not just coming in, getting that pension and gone about their business. I still have 20 years to do this job, God willing. So I want to be able to actually have this position and make this department grow and grow the right way.
So your goal is also longevity.
Longevity. Long as the people, like I said, holding me accountable, they like what I'm doing, keep voting me in, I'm going to keep doing it.
Absolutely. It's not like cap like the presidency.
There's no cap.
Like
there's no cap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no cap, man. There's no cap. I think the sheriff before I got on the department, I want to say did 16 years as a sheriff. I could be wrong, but he did a few terms.
Nice.
Yeah, at least 3 for sure. And that was probably one of the last real community sheriffs that we've had. He used to be in the community a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you plan to be in the community yourself?
100%. I plan to come back on your show as the sheriff.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
y'all hear that, right?
I'm coming back. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and when he's back, he's going to be the sheriff.
The
okay,
sheriff,
we're speaking it into existence right now.
Yes.
I believe it to be
Yes,
true
yes.
because everything happens for a reason.
I think we can't just show up when we want to. I plan to be in our communities doing a whole lot of different things. I'm the same person day in and day out. I want people to see me in the grocery store at my local Costco and be like, hey, Sheriff Andre White. Yeah, I can chop it up with them. That's how it should be. You don't expect me to just be hiding in the office and you only see me on TV. That's not how I'm going to be. I'm going to be very boots on the ground, in the field, with you.
LA deals with a lot of homelessness and crime. What are some things that you plan to do to keep the streets safe or make the streets safer?
So, the homeless issue, big issue. I think we really have to have a truthful conversation when it comes to homeless. And I've dealt with a lot of people that are homeless in my time in policing. Number one, we have to ask ourselves, do they actually want to be housed? And I think the public and our leaders don't want to say that. But we have to ask that question because I'm here to tell you, I've dealt with them more than any mayor, any council person. None of these people deal with homeless like law enforcement does because we're the first ones that's called to them. A lot of them don't want to be housed.
They don't want to pay bills.
Yes.
They don't want to
work. So
work.
that's the honest truth. A lot of them don't want to be housed and they are given things to them like, aid and, cash aid, food aid. And that's the honest truth is that a lot of people that I've came across, I've offered them services when I was in patrol. They're like, I don't want that. They would rather be in that tent on the side of the freeway. So to tackle that homeless problem, we need to deal with the people who actually want a place to live. And there are some out there they want to be brought in to shelter. They want to get a job. They want to get their life back on track. We have to make sure we take care of them first. And that will put a dent in it.
That would.
It will put a dent in it. But the people that are responsible for these budgets and the funding, that's who we really need to start paying attention to. Because the money is there. It's not a police problem. We have a whole housing authority.
Right.
A homeless authority agency.
They ain't got nowhere for them to stay.
Right. With millions of dollars in their budget. So now we got to start paying attention to where is this money going? But when it comes to policing, I'm going to do my part with it when it has to do with us. A lot of people that are incarcerated in the county jail right now, a lot of them are homeless, a lot of them have mental health issues, and a lot of them have drug abuse issues. So my plan as the sheriff to help curb these issues once they are released from custody is to invite nonprofit organizations or other different agencies that are funded and that are looking to house people that have those issues or may have both. I want them to come into the jails. And we'll give them a list of, say, people that are looking to be released in the next 6 months. I want them to come out to them before they are released, have those one-on-ones with these men and women, see if they meet their program, meet their needs. So when they're released, they're not just released out right there in downtown with nothing. But they bag a property that they came in with and probably a black jumpsuit because they don't have no clothes. And what do? They walk out to Cesar Chavez Street near the 101, back to Alameda, and back into the same environment that they were in a year ago or whatever the case was. I don't want that to happen. So I want these agencies, these programs to come to the jails. They talk to these people. By the time they know, okay, so-and-so has a release date on Monday, their transportation, that van, whatever they have, that's going to pick this person up and take them to their facilities to begin and continue the treatment that they need.
That's a really, really good idea.
We have to come to the problem. The problem is not going to be fixed if we telling people to come and find us. We know where they at. Majority of them are in jail. So how about we come to them?
Absolutely.
Give them the stuff that is offered to everyone. We shouldn't, these people are exiting our facility in custody. They don't know how to find these organizations. And we shouldn't give them all these hoops to jump through.
Yeah, but I say a lot of times they're faced with roadblocks like identification. They don't have their ID. They don't have their social. And they gotta, spend the next 2-3 months on the streets, waiting,
trying to wait for all these different things
to come to wherever.
Yeah. So no, we're gonna spend the next 6 months. Y'all come to them and meet with them. You have their information. You get everything you need. You start going through your checks and balances, making sure they have X, Y, and Z. So by the time they comes to that date, they're going straight to you into your facility.
And that's the best time because they've been sober this whole time.
Exactly. We don't want them to go back into whatever they were doing while they're waiting for them programs. Yeah.
Yep, and a lot of times that's why they go back, because they get out and there is no help.
Yeah, they lose hope and they just like, you know what, forget it. Or they don't have no contact with no one, or they don't have a phone to even contact people and keep stuff up to date. Don't know how, having a place where to send the mail and letters and et cetera, et cetera. It's a whole lot of things that they go through. So we have to do better on our part with what we can do better. And that's what I'm going to do. When it comes to law enforcement, y'all come to them. Don't let these people out and basically tell them to figure it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then all they do is revert back to their old ways.
Exactly.
Okay, so as an LGBT reality TV star, I'm the star of Chasing LA. I don't know if you know that yet. I gotta ask for the community. What are concrete steps you will take to protect the LGBT community? There's a lot of hate crimes, and make sure the sheriff department serves as a reflection of us.
Yeah. We're gonna be there for you guys just like anyone else. Hold everybody to accountable that does any kind of hate crime when it comes to the LGBTQ community. We have that community in our own department. I don't know if you know this, but during June, we actually have the option to change the patches that we wear on our uniforms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to the LGBTQ coloring patches, and then we do also take place in the parade out in West Hollywood and whatever stuff that they have going on across the county. So we fully will be a part of that community, just like any other community. I believe we're all as one, and it's no tolerance for anything less than that.
What is your stance on hate crimes? Because I was the victim of a hate crime, and I reached out to the Los Angeles Police Department. I haven't heard nothing back yet. You can help me with that?
LAPD?
LAPD, yeah.
Oh man, good luck with that. No, I'm sorry. No. Yeah, that's no tolerance for me. Hate crimes when it comes to the gay community, hate crimes when it comes to the Jewish community, hate crimes when it comes to the black community. No tolerance for it. So we have a unit that a unit of detectives that are focused on those type of crimes. I'll make sure that will continue to be fully staffed, and make sure that they are investigating these incidents thoroughly, and making sure that everyone in LA, no matter your race, gender, ethnicity, religion, or your sexual preference, is protected. Period. Stops right there. There's no questions asked after that. So we will make sure, as a sheriff, I will make sure we're all protected.
I know that's right. Y'all heard him. Zero tolerance.
Zero.
Okay, you going down.
Zero.
Okay, you going down.
Zero. Yes.
So you want to hire more from undeserved communities. Does that include the LGBT community?
Yeah.
I know I heard you say there's some people in the department.
Yeah, I had a partner that was gay, so that yes, I think that's important, right? The same way I want more blacks on here, I want everybody on this department. We have a lot of work to do.
Do they ask in like the interview when you go in for?
No, they better not be. No, no, and we will not go down that road. Yeah. So that will be another thing that would not be tolerated. But yeah, I welcome everyone to join this department. It's a wonderful department, man. It has done a lot for me. It has done a lot for me, for my family, and make the best of it. You know, we have a lot of things to offer. You don't only have to be, you know, a deputy in the streets or a deputy in the jails. There's a whole lot of things that you can do on this department. So I welcome everyone.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
I know that's right. So, what message do you have for young people who are thinking about, you know, becoming a law enforcement officer?
You know what? The last 5 years of doing this job has been very, very hard because the perception of law enforcement changed since 2020, George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was harder for me the last 5 years to do this job because the perception changed. It was more of a, you know, I remember people used to, before that, when I would be in the streets, people would be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And then while you in the store or something in uniform, and then after that, you would go in and, you know, people look at you with these dirty looks, or, you know, it just wasn't the same.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that didn't even happen in LA.
It didn't even happen in LA. I know. But for that young man or woman, and we need more women, by the way, in this profession.
We need everybody at this
everybody
point.
at this point.
We know who we don't need.
Yeah.
The one you see every day.
Yes. If you're thinking about doing this job, my only advice to you is have a good support system, because it's not easy. And when I mean support system, anybody, friends, family, somebody that you know that's going to have your back through it, because it's not for everyone and it's not easy. We go through a lot on this department, and you're asked, and not on this department, but it just in law enforcement period, you go through a lot, you're asked of a lot. It can take a toll on you mentally, physically, emotionally. We go through, I like to always say this, we go through a roller coaster of emotions throughout our shift, throughout 10 hours. I would go through, when I was on the streets, I would go through a roller coaster of emotions. I would start my day off ready to work, right? Come in, had a good night rest and ate me some breakfast coming in. As soon as I pull out that door, your first call could be a baby not breathing that you're rushing to.
Lord.
And you get there and that baby may not make it and dies in your hands. Mm-hmm. You have to have that mentality to not let that get to you. Because soon as you're done with that, it's on to the next thing. And then it's on to the next thing. And then it's on to the next thing.
Oh,
and
so you don't get to go on
no,
PTO
we don't go on
stuff
no, sir.
No PTO, huh?
No.
You gotta keep going.
And I'm saying this because I've been there. I've had days where, man, you lose a baby is lost, and it really affects you. But then I have to go down and continue to do my job. More calls are coming in. I go handle maybe your car broken into. Okay, simple report. Then boom, now maybe somebody's threatening to kill themselves. You rush in there, you know. And you go to another scene where somebody did actually put a gun to their head. Now you see this scene, and then you go back to just taking a regular report. So it's that roller coaster. Mm-hmm. There's no downtime. There's no turn off switch until you get home. So that's why I say, if you're thinking about doing this job, have a support system. Because if it wasn't for my family, my wife, my mom, it would be tough. And that's why I believe, because right now the department's not helping us like they should. And that's why I believe a lot of my partners have taken their own life over the last couple of years. We've had 16 personnel on this department take their life.
16?
16.
In how long?
In 3 years. Since
That's
he's been sheriff.
Oh, yo, it's time for a change.
He's on number 16.
It's time for a change.
And one just happened a couple weeks ago. So, if you want to do this job, you can do it. But make sure you want to do this job. This isn't just a job that you're like, oh, I'm going to do this and then see where it, like, nah, man, you got to actually have something in you to want to do this, because
I can't do it.
It'll break you down. It'll break you down. It'll break you down sometime. Fortunately for me, I done seen death so much it becomes so numb to you. But what does get to me is children and the elderly, man. That still affects me still to this day. Mm-hmm. Stuff that I will never forget. Never forget. But if you have somebody to go home to and actually be like supporting you, and you not coming home to whole other issues, right?
Right.
Yeah. It just makes it easier to deal with, because I want the people to remember we still human. We have on this uniform, but we are still human. We are going through divorces just like you. We going through child custody battles just like you. We going through mental health and depression just like you. We going through alcohol abuse probably just like you. Some of us are living paycheck to paycheck just like you. Some of us are the breadwinners for our family, so we have a lot on our shoulders. We're probably the only ones that are bringing in, the finances for our family. So it's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. Some of us have all of those issues. Just because we put on this uniform don't mean we are different from you. When I take it off, I got to go home and deal with the same issues that you're dealing with. So I just want everybody to remember that when you come across a deputy or officer, period, that may be a little short with you, or maybe a little, I don't want to say aggressive, but just a wrong tone that day. It's not an excuse, because we have to still be professionals, but just remember that man or woman may be going through something, or he may just got off the phone before he pulled up to you, just arguing with his significant other and threw his mind off. No, I'm serious, because it happens. I've been there. Me and my wife have a rule, though. If it's something important, like life or death situation, she tells me. But if it's something between us that we can work out, she would never do it while I'm at work, because she wants my mind clear and on that job, because I still have to come home. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely a hard job, and it's good to know that, there's officers out there like you that, we can relate to and look up to, because,
I just thought about
some bad experiences.
I know. And I just thought about something that plays into the community part and bridging that gap. We always had a ride-along experience, a ride-along program.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can come out and ride.
Mm-hmm.
But I plan to really, expand that and really harp and putting that out there. I want y'all to come and see this job.
I'll bring the cameras.
Come.
Invite me.
Listen,
We'll bring the cameras.
Come and see what we actually have to deal with, because there's some crazy people out there too now, okay? Mm-hmm. We crazy. We got crazy deputies that should be doing what they shouldn't be doing, but we got some crazy people out there too. So you got to see full circle of how it is.
I want them to go. Invite me. Do I get to wear a jacket?
Yeah.
You want your vest on? Can we get a little paper bag?
Get your bulletproof vest, all that.
Yeah, I need all of that. Let me see. So, why should LA County voters vote for Andre White on June 2nd? And how can we get involved?
So, how you can get involved, you already doing it with this wonderful interview. We sharing it with all of your subscribers, all of your people that follow you. And then I want those people to reshare it and reshare it and reshare it. Tell your family, do your homework. But most importantly, we got to get out there and vote. We have to make sure we register. We have to make sure we show up and show out like we did with one of our greatest presidents, right?
Right.
Showed up and showed
I
out.
voted that year. I didn't vote this past year, but I'm going to vote on June 2nd.
See what I mean?
I'm going to vote on June 2nd.
We can't take no days off. All right? We can't take days off. Regardless, if you don't like what we have, you got to pick something. Because otherwise, you're going to be stuck with what you don't like.
Right. Well, it was nothing on the ballot last.
Yeah, the last one wasn't really, but this one is very important.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff on the ballot. So make sure you get out there and vote. And if you want to be a part of this journey, we got literally weeks left. June 2nd is around the corner. I think my biggest thing that I ask is share. Make sure your kids are registered. Make sure your nieces, nephews, aunties, cousins, make sure they get that ballot and fill in that bubble. And when you see for sheriff, you see all these names, and you go down to Andre White.
And if you don't see it in there, write it in.
Write it in. It's going to be there. If it ain't there, we got a problem. We got a problem. Because I done paid my dues and all that stuff. So, no, but if I done got my signatures, everything, I better be on that ballot. But when you see that name, just don't forget Andre White. Mark in that bubble. And if you want to see some change, it requires change. And that's me.
Well, you got my vote.
Yeah.
You guys make sure that you guys are out at the ballots on June 2nd and vote Andre White for Los Angeles County Sheriff.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Any final words for the people? This was a great chat.
Man, y'all be safe out there. If you are someone that's been thinking about doing something, starting a business, going back to school, traveling more, having a baby, I don't know what you're thinking about, just do it. I don't care what your age is. I don't care what your experience is. Don't let anybody tell you can't do something in life. Do it. I'm a living proof of it. And make sure you pray and give all glory to God, because that's who has us here today and have you here today. So
absolutely, we're making history.
Yeah, we're making history. History in the making. So do what you want to do in life. Don't let nobody stop you. That's the only thing I can tell y'all out there right now. But make sure you vote.
Well, at this time, I want to thank you so much for this interview and for coming and chat with me.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. That's
amazing.
amazing.
This is a good interview.
And next time we chat, I mean, he going to be sheriff.
Yeah.
And that's just on video.
100%. We're going to get it done. I'm going to be a busy man, but I'm going to make time.
Then we're going to be in that cop car. Yes, it did. Oh, well. Thank you so much. Let's get some
thank you.
Photos.
My mom said I need to do something with my hair, otherwise I gotta get it all cut off.
We booked an appointment at Style Kings at the barbershop. Let's go.
Do you want fabulous hair? Are you looking for a product strong enough to tame your 4C hair?
Hey, Mom! Hey, Mom, you don't have no more leave-in conditioner?
Give me this. I know you did not use my Style King leave-in conditioner.
Are you looking to knock the dust off them dreads? For a product that will rejuvenate and strengthen your hair, increase hair growth and shine, and smells great? Well, then you're in the right place. For the long, beautiful, healthy hair you deserve, choose Style King. Perfect on all hair types. Available online at theofficialkingpain.net. Get you some style today. Oh, and your mom called said she needs some more conditioner.